We're just hours away from having giant pandas at the National Zoo once again. Thanks for being here. I'm Leslie Foster. So Bo Lee and Qingbo are on a plane as we speak, heading here to the DMV. They are expected to land at Dulles International Airport tomorrow. Their flight, FedEx is calling the Panda Express, left from Chengdu, China around 4 o'clock our time. That plane will make one stop in Anchorage, Alaska, before touching down in Virginia. Now, last year, the zoo's pandas were sent back to China, but now the Panda Diplomacy Program is back, and so is the excitement surrounding these new arrivals. Of course, we sent our Matt Gregory to the zoo as soon as this news broke. But Matt, it turns out a lot of people you talked to didn't even realize the pandas weren't there.
You know, it's hard to tell, right? When the zoo is known for pandas for years and years, people came here specifically to see the pandas. One woman I talked to said that was the reason they came, and only to find out the pandas weren't here. I guess it's bittersweet when I told her they're coming back or they're on their way back, but either way, that was kind of the feeling. And then other folks were leaving the zoo and checking social media, looking at our website, WUSA9.com, and seeing, hey, the pandas are on their way. So Bao Li and Qingbao on their way in the air now as we speak from kind of our own deductive research. And it's going to be one of those things that we're going to be waiting for over the next 24 hours as they come back in. But, you know, the Chinese Wildlife Conservation Association said earlier today they left the southwest province. We were tracking it and still are across the flight tracker. And we were told, based on a statement, that, you know, the two pandas have corn buns. They have bamboo, obviously, carrots, water, and medicine for their way on their way back. Now, another thing is that the National Zoo here in D.C. actually sent a contingent of researchers, scientists, and trainers over there for the last couple weeks to start working with the pandas as they get ready to come over here. And of course, they'll be here when they land. But, you know, the excitement today as people were coming out was that this panda-sized hole that we've had for 11 months is finally going to be filled.
We stopped specifically to see the pandas. We were on our way from New Jersey to North Carolina, and we stopped to see the pandas, and there were no pandas. Oh, no. So we were sad.
Well, we come to the zoo pretty often. Without the pandas, I mean, we see all the signs that the pandas are coming, but without them, I mean, there's a lot of the walk where there's this big open space that's looking good, but, you know, nobody home, so it's kind of disappointing.
So the pandas are coming here as we speak, but they won't be here tomorrow. There's a panda exhibit that's been worked on that they will slowly be put into, but first there's a quarantine period as they come over here, as some of the things that we learned. Now this is part of that Panda Diplomacy, the Panda Diplomacy with China on, sort of creating relations and especially doing research on how this will work with getting the panda population to grow. And your last fun fact for the day, as I've been told by researchers here before, is that pandas are only able to be fertile during mating season for 36 hours. So one of the things they'll be doing, the researchers, is trying to get that golden 36-hour period to be one that's productive for the pandas, so the panda population can continue to grow with what's been a long history of panda success here at the National Zoo. But for now, at the National Zoo, I'm Matt Gregory. We're going to have more coming up tonight on the pandas' return to D.C.
So much for that nice little getting to know you period. They need you to get, you know, productive quickly, apparently. Yeah, I know. Got it.
You
Thanks,
said it,
Matt.
not me.
Yep, I did. All right. We know you're excited, and so are we. That's why WUSA 9 is the place to be for live coverage of the pandas' big return. We are clearly super excited. So make sure you download our app, keep it locked right here tomorrow morning, and that way you will know the moment they're back in our area. They're supposed to touch down around 10 a.m. And streaming right now on WUSA 9 Plus, you can watch a special report on the last pandas who left the National Zoo.